Welcome to this explainer. Every single month, millions of Americans spend money on things they barely even notice. We're talking about those small, kind of insignificant purchases that just quietly vanish from our bank accounts. But here's the really fascinating part. While these transactions might not seem like a big deal in the moment, together, they literally add up to hundreds or even thousands of dollars over time. So today, we are counting down 7 common monthly expenses that completely drain our wallets, often without us even realizing it's happening. Let's dive right in.
Have you ever checked your bank statement at the end of the month, stared at that final balance, and just thought, wait, where did all my money actually go? If you have, you are absolutely not alone. Millions of Americans experience this exact same feeling of financial whiplash every single month. It is a completely relatable modern anxiety. We're always looking for that one giant purchase we must have somehow forgotten about, but honestly, it usually just isn't there.
So the crucial point is this. For most households, it is not one huge purchase that wrecks the budget. It's actually the small, frequent monthly expenses that quietly and systematically add up over time. This everyday microspending, it's the true invisible budget killer. All right, now that we understand the psychology behind this, let's officially kick off our countdown and uncover what these silent drains actually are. Coming in at number 7 on our countdown, we have what I like to call the daily convenience tax.
Yep, premium coffee. Listen, coffee is an absolute daily ritual for millions of people across America, right? From those heavily flavored lattes to iced coffees and, all those complex seasonal drinks, local shops and mega chains stay incredibly busy from the early morning rush straight through to the evening. Now, a single premium drink really doesn't seem all that expensive by itself. But think about it, a $5 coffee every single workday? That is well over $100 a month. And what's really interesting here is that many customers don't even notice this financial drain because it happens completely automatically. It's literally muscle memory. It's just baked into their daily routine. Coffee culture has grown to become one of the most recognizable, yet totally financially underestimated spending habits in the United States.
Moving right along to number 6 on our list, we're plunging into the subscription black hole.
And this brilliantly illustrates how much entertainment has changed. Instead of paying for one centralized cable package like we did a decade ago, households today have completely fragmented their entertainment. We're subscribing to several different streaming platforms all at once. You might have movies on one service, live sports on another, and exclusive TV shows somewhere else entirely. Then, tack on music subscriptions, cloud storage, and premium video apps. Each monthly payment, viewed totally on its own, looks wonderfully small and affordable, right? But together, these recurring subscriptions merge into a highly noticeable, massive monthly expense. And because the payments are set up to happen automatically behind the scenes, so many of us completely forget exactly how many different services we're actually paying for at any given time.
Escalating our countdown to number 5, the food delivery premium.
Food delivery. Now, ordering meals through mobile apps has become incredibly convenient. With just a few taps on a smartphone, hot meals arrive right at your front door within minutes. But that incredible convenience comes heavily loaded with extra costs. It's wild when you break it down. You start with the meal price, then you add delivery fees, then service charges, and sometimes a small order fee, then optional tips for the driver, and finally, taxes. Step by step, these additional charges dramatically inflate the original price, sometimes making the total way higher than if you had simply dined in or just picked up the order yourself. Because the whole process is so frictionless and easy, many households find themselves utilizing these services several times a week, basically sending their food budget straight through the roof.
Counting down to number 4. We are entering the physical accumulation trap. Impulse online shopping. The hard truth is, online shopping has literally never been easier or more optimized to separate you from your money. Retailers use an absolute barrage of tactics: one-click checkout, high-pressure flash sales, limited-time offers, highly personalized product recommendations, and of course, free shipping promotions. These features are perfectly engineered to encourage rapid, completely friction-free buying decisions. So many online shoppers find themselves adding items to their cart without any prior planning, purchasing simply because an appealing item flashed on their screen at exactly the right moment. The result? Packages just continue arriving steadily throughout the month. While individual impulse buys often feel too small to even worry about, over time that steady stream of small purchases snowballs into a deeply significant amount of wasted money.
Hitting number 3 on our countdown, the auto-pay trap.
Unused memberships. Monthly subscriptions have integrated themselves into virtually every aspect of our everyday lives, from gym memberships and premium digital apps to online learning platforms and cloud services. Now, here's the empathetic truth. Many people sign up for these with genuinely good intentions, right? You want to get fit, or you want to learn a new language. But life gets incredibly busy. The trap really springs when the service isn't used regularly, yet those automatic payments silently continue month after month. Because these charges are recurring and require absolutely no physical action from the buyer, they become practically invisible. They are notoriously easy to overlook when you're just skimming your bank statement.
Reaching number 2 on our countdown, let's talk about the fast tech cycle.
Upgrading gadgets way too often. Look, technology moves at an undeniably blistering pace. Every single year brings the release of new phones, new smartwatches, new wireless earbuds, laptops, premium accessories, you name it. And marketing campaigns are specifically designed to create intense excitement and a real sense of missing out around every single release. As a result, many consumers are driven to replace perfectly good devices long before their current ones actually stop working. But what makes this especially dangerous for the monthly budget is exactly how it's financed. Monthly financing plans create a really powerful illusion. They make incredibly expensive luxury technology feel like a small, manageable monthly payment, completely obscuring the fact that the total overall cost, extending way into the future, remains highly substantial.
And finally, we arrive at the suspenseful number 1 spot on our countdown, the ultimate quiet drain on the American wallet.
Buying clothes that rarely get worn, fast fashion trends change constantly, with new collections arriving not just every season, but honestly, sometimes every few weeks. Relentless sales encourage people to buy more and more. And the result? Closets completely filled with clothing items that are worn only once or, tragically, never worn at all. Tags remain stubbornly attached to shirts, shoes just stay hidden away in their original boxes, accessories sit there collecting dust. While each individual fashion purchase might seem entirely reasonable while you're at the checkout counter, this habit of repeated, cyclical shopping quietly and significantly increases your overall spending over the course of the month. It basically results in a wardrobe full of wasted capital.
So, what does this all mean? We've journeyed through the daily convenience taxes of premium coffee and food delivery, the invisible traps of multiple streaming services and unused memberships, the psychological pitfalls of impulse shopping, the expensive illusion of fast tech upgrades, and finally, the unworn wardrobe. Those were 7 incredibly common things Americans spend money on every single month that quietly drain wealth. So I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought to reflect on. Which of these expenses surprised you the most? Take a look at your own habits this month. Share your thoughts in the comments, keep analyzing your spending, and we will see you in the next explainer.